welcome back to my channel, or hello if you are new. I have my August TBR that I am setting today and I'm pretty excited. I love setting my TBR. This is only something I've started doing in the last year. I think I've started setting a TBR because I'm a massive mood reader, but I found that setting a TBR when I gave it a trial run helped me prioritize books, and as long as I give myself a good enough range, it does help with the mood reading. So I am going to split this into two. So I have a priority TBR, and this is where I pick out books that I very much want to read within that month. And then I have a set of books that I pick out of this red cup, and this just helps me read the books that have been on my shelves the longest, even though, you know, I haven't really been reading my little red cup TBR that much, to be fair. This month I didn't read two of the books on my little red cup TBR, but you know, as long as I said it, it means I might get to it, and if I have that chance, then it's working. So we're gonna start with my little red cup TBR. I'm gonna pick out three still, even though this month is going to be a very busy reading month because I have so many books coming out that I want to prioritize reading. But if I don't get to them, it's okay, as long as, you know, I try, then that's the best I can do. So I'm going to pick out three, and then we'll go to my priority TBR. Okay, the first book pick is Rise of the Dawnbringer. I know exactly where this is. It's actually right here. Rise of the Dawnbringer by I.A. Takerian. Sorry if that's how I mispronounced it. This hasn't been on my TBR for that long. I think I literally bought this year, and I'm so happy that I'm finally gonna get to it because it's just been sitting waiting to be read. I don't know how many books are in this. An Ancient Darkness, A Land Unraveled, The Threads of Fate Torn Asunder. The first book of my red cup TBR is Rise of the Dawnbringer. This is the Born Bane series. I'm really excited about this. I'm happy that it's now on my TBR. I can actually read it. I get so overwhelmed with the amount of books on my TBR that sometimes I just put it off completely, and this just forces me to read it. Okay, second book pick is Blood Mercy. Oh my god. This may not have been the greatest book to pick because it's so thick, but it's looking like it's gonna be a romantasy book reading month, as if that's not every month. But we've got Blood Mercy by Vila Roth. This is supposed to be like a character driven romantasy. There are so many books in this series. I bought it secondhand and I was like, I want to give it a go, and then I saw how many books are in the series and I kept putting off because I was like, I don't want to commit to buying that many books, and it's so thick, but I guess now I have to read it. So we'll see how I get on with this one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna love it. I did love Blood and Betrayal, and that's a character driven story, so you know, this will be an interesting adventure. Okay, all right, last book pick. I love picking these out. It's actually so much fun. Okay. The Last Storm. Oh, I'm really excited about this one. God, they all come from this shelf. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Well. Oh no. I need to put the two books that I didn't read out of this TBR back in this pot before I forget, because I need to make sure they still get read. Okay, so the next book pick is The Last Storm by J.D. Linton. I have been really wanting to read this. Why I haven't picked it up, if I'm really wanting to read this, I could not answer that question. I don't know, okay? This brain confusing. No one wants to live in this brain, I'm telling you. It's a very confusing place. But I have been wanting to pick this up. It sounds really good. It says, caught between two worlds, one of duty and one of desire. I would gladly wear your shackles if it meant I could have you. I'm so excited about this. Wow, so this is the first time the little red pot has literally just picked up, first of all, books from all one shelf, and second of all romanticises. There tends to be quite a mixture of like fantasies and romanticises and young adults. So this is a very interesting collection. It seems like this month is going to be a month of only romantasy reading. But it is what it is. I'm pretty excited about these picks. Apart from Blood Messy, I'm a bit scared of Blood Messy, but these two books I'm really excited about. And I feel like they're going to be quite quick reads. They're very small, so I should get to at least 2 out of the 3. Priority TBR. I usually pick another 3 books for my priority TBR, but I think this month I'm going to do 5. I don't know if that's ambitious or not. Actually, to be fair, I finished all my priority TBR last month, just not a City of Smoke and Brimstone, because the hardcover is not out yet, and I kind of suspected that that would happen. But the priority TBR that I want to read, first of all, is the newest addition to my shelves. It's An Arc of Bitten by Jordan Stephanie Gray. I'm really excited to get my teeth into this book. See what I did there? My teeth into this book. This is a werewolf fantasy romance, and I've heard good things. This is set to be released in October 2025, so I'm really excited to get an early look into this book. I think, yeah, I'm definitely going to read this in August, because there's like 3 days left of July. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one. So this is definitely going on the priority TBR, and I feel like I'm gonna zoom through that book. I feel like I say that a lot. The next priority TBR is a book I've already read, but I really want to do a whole Crowns of Nyaxia reread. The second book in the second set of duologies, A Kiss, the Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk, I think it's called, is coming out next week. And I still haven't read the first book, which is The Songbird and the Heart of Stone. So I'm really needing to do a whole Nyaxia read. So this is definitely going on the priority TBR. I'm planning on picking this up as soon as possible. Yeah, I love the Crowns of Nyaxia, and I'm so excited to go back to this world and be reunited with these characters. I think my favourite book out of this whole world may be Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. I freaking love that book so much. I even got my sister hooked on that book, so I'm really excited to be able to pick that up again. So yeah, whole Crowns of Nyaxia read. Do you see why I said that I have so many books to read this month? Because that's like 6 books. 6 books already. Like, yeah. I don't know how this is gonna go. Next is Never Keep by Carolyn Peckham and Susan Valenti. This is my first time reading a book by these authors. I'm really excited, terrified, because I see that these authors love to cause emotional trauma and heartbreak, and I'm still not over the Jasad Crown, so do I really want more emotional heartbreak? Yes I do. So I'm really excited about this. I heard this is true enemies to lovers, like enemies to lovers, and I love true enemies to lovers, and I love the build up and them being forced in. Yeah, anyway, I'm really excited about this one. I think Echo 4 is already out, which is the second book, and the third book, I know the cover is out. I think the title's out. Well, obviously, if the cover is out, the title's out. So I'm at least happy that I'll be able to pick up the second book straight away if I love this series. And if I get addicted to these authors' writing, well, I set myself up for that, to be quite honest. So yeah, this is going to be a very interesting one. I will do a reading vlog reading this series. But yeah, kind of terrified. Okay, next book is another reread, Nevermore by Miranda Lynn. This is in preparation for Evermore, which is set to come out. I am planning on bringing this I am planning on bringing this with me to Paris at the end of August, like last week of August. I'm going to go see family. So I'm going to bring this with me to read on the journey and while I'm there. But I'm really, really, really excited for Evermore. I think I've said this a million times. I am so excited for Evermore. I'm so ready. I think that this is just going to be a month of emotional trauma because I've seen the snippets of Evermore, and after the way this ended, I just know the first half of the book is we're going to be going through it, but I'm ready. Ish. The next book I want to read is my Fairy Loot edition of Arcana Academy, so if you don't want to see it, please skip ahead. I'll put the time that I stopped talking about this book, but there will be spoilers for what the book looks like. So yeah, but the next book is Arcana Academy by Elisa Kova. I am really excited for this book. I have been wanting to pick up an Elisa Kova book for so long, and I've waited for this release first before I get into her books, and this sounds so good and I'm really intrigued, so this has to be on a priority TBR. I tend to read my Fairy Loot books subscription book on the month. No, that's not true because it depends on when it's released, but I tend to read it quite quickly after I receive it. But I'm really excited about this one, so yeah, we'll see how it goes, and I'm praying I love it because I have such high hopes for this book. But yeah, those are the 4 books from my priority TBR that I will be reading within the month of August. There are a couple other books that I want to priority read, like The Ever King by LJ Andrews, which is also set to be released next week. I just received my email from Waterstones that they're waiting for stock and then it'll be released or shipped out to me. I'm really excited about that book because I read my first book by LJ Andrews last month and I had such a good time. I loved it so much. I love her writing, so I'm really excited to discover more books by this author. So I'm planning to pick up that as soon as it comes. Do you know what, there is actually one more book that I want to add to my priority TBR. Let me go grab it. Okay, Neverthorn by Shannon Mayer. This really isn't going to be on my priority TBR, but this is a book I do want to get to in August. I'm loving the academy vibes because I'm pretty sure Neverkeep is in an academy. Arcana Academy is clearly in an academy, and this one is in an academy. So clearly I'm really gravitating towards those kind of books for next month. But this sounds really good, and I haven't read a Shannon Mayer book in so long. I can't remember what book. I know it was one of my they usually have like a list of their books at the front, and they don't have that for this one. I think I'm thinking of another author. I definitely thought I read a book by this author before, but I think I might be wrong, or at least anyway. Neverthorn is definitely one I want to get to. It's not actually on my priority TBR, like it's not something I have to get to this month, but it would be something that I think I'm going to really enjoy reading, and I want to prioritize it over other reads this month that aren't on my priority TBR. Next is something that's definitely on my priority TBR, The Foxglove King by Hannah Witten. This has been on so many TBRs lists for the month now. I really need to get to this because I need to know whether I want to order the 3rd book before I waste my money. So I really need to reread this and read book 2, so this is definitely on the priority TBR. It just has to be read. We'll see how it goes. As I've said before, like I'm hoping I like it on a reread than I did the first time. I liked it but just didn't love it. I do remember parts of what happens here, but I did think I would love book 2 more after the way this ended, so I want to see if I'm right before I pick up book 3. That's all the books that I want to read or need to read in August. I don't know how I think I'm gonna read every single one of these books. I actually want to count, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 books. I think I'm going to read 16 books in August. Oh well, clearly I am delusional, but we'll see how this goes. I think I could read a solid amount of them. This isn't an actual priority TBR, this is just something I actually want to try and get to, but this is going to be a nuts reading month. It's actually going to be chaotic. I think I'm going to film a read my August TBR with me. That might be fun. That's something I'm trialing for July, and it didn't go so well, considering I didn't read quite a few books on my TBR for that month. But I think August will be chaotic, and you'll get to see how I fare and how I'm doing with these books. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment and subscribe if you want to, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.